Sailor and listen to me, tell you the story of the fish in the sea. Hey! Welcome aboard, mateys! Welcome aboard! Thanks for coming back to the Gaming Galleon. Another voyage out into the Silicon Seas. What are we going to see this week? Well, I guess we'll just have to find out, shall we? We've got a lot of crazy stuff going on. This has been a very special week here for us at the YNL Fleet. We were actually out at Indie PopCon 2015 for our very first live convention, like full-on live convention, and it was really exciting. I was out there with First Mate Bismuth, Admiral Will, Pat the Swallow, and we even saw the French Revolution out there as well. So it was a lot of fun, crazy stuff going on, and I gotta tell you, it was one of the strangest experiences I've ever been a part of, and kind of a dream. You know, to as a con goer for a few years, to be on the other side of the booth was really exciting. One neat thing was, you know, you had your own headquarters. That was pretty crazy. You know, when you're at a con, you're usually kind of like a nomad. You know, you have to go from one booth to the next. You know, one guy selling hentai body pillows to the next with no real fixed place to sit down. Let me get my mic a second. Hold on. Well, I forgot it. It's around here somewhere. Here, this will work, right? Power strip. Works as a good mic, right? Testing. This thing on? All right, great. So anyway, in addition to having our own booth, we actually got to be a part of a panel, and that was really exciting and very nerve-wracking. You know, here you are, given 50 minutes to basically entertain people. And at first, I was not sure what we were going to do. I had a couple stories up my sleeve. You know, old Raz. He can go on and on about this and that. But I was still not sure what I was going to do. So luckily, old Pat the Swallow and First Mate Bismuth had a little something up their sleeve to get old Cap and Raz talking. So Admiral Will and I were up on stage at first, and then old Bismuth and Patty the Swallow came in, and they had something very, very interesting to show off. And I want to show it to you now, if we can. We're not going to get too deep into it, but it's interesting to see nonetheless, and not something that an old sea dog like me comes across every day. So here it is. It's huge. Can we get it in the shot? Is it big enough? Oh my God! It's heavy. It's heavy. It's an Atari 5200. Can you take a look at that? It's a behemoth. It's not just that big, just to look big. It's heavy. Let's take a look at the back, shall we? Hold on. Before we do that, we have some very excited people. Very excited people, if you can see them. Let's take a look at that gentleman in the front there with the yellow shirt. Oh, you got, oh God! You got granddad there, and grandson having a ball. Oh, everybody's wearing collar shirts. Apparently that's all they wore. That's all the shirt technology they had in the 80s. Let's see the back. I had no idea this thing was so heavy. This is a little heavier than a Game Boy game, alright? Oh God! Can you see it? It's upside down. Somebody up there hates me. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Right. Take a look at that controller, huh? Yeah. Yeah! How about those controllers? It's like you're dialing your grandmother. Look at that. And notice, you see where his thumb is? You see where his thumb and his finger are? That's where the action buttons are. So you need to shoot your spaceship. You need to make your character jump. That's how you're doing it. Not so much. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason this thing isn't that popular. There's a reason I've been dying to get one of these in a hold. They're cool, and certainly in the box like this, very exciting. But not exactly something I'd get the old crew together and play. But one day we'll hook this guy up. And we'll see what it's like. It's very exciting to see this out of nowhere. You know, I'm not going to take it out. It literally, we took it out during the panel. It took me and Bismuth about 10 minutes to put this thing back together. But you get the idea. The Atari 5200, there were 3 Ataris that were really big when we're talking console. Atari 2600 is what everyone knows about. Combat, Pitfall, River Raid, yada yada. You got this guy in the middle who really didn't do very well. And then you had the 7800, which, you know, honestly, for anyone getting into Atari, if they're like, hey, Cap and Raz, which Atari system should I get? I would actually suggest the 7800. Okay, they're not that expensive when we're talking retro gaming systems. Neither are the games. The reason I say the 7800, though, is there's a whole platform of 7800 games that are almost comparable to, like, Nintendo games. At least when we're talking arcade games. Very, very good for arcade games. And then, it's backward compatible to the 2600. And don't get me started on how many fun 2600 games there are out there. We have yet to rig an Atari up to the Navigator here at the Galleon. We have not been able to reach those shores yet. But we will, one day. It's still a fun system. Atari systems, I don't know about this guy per se. This is not where you want to get started. Some people may dispute me on that. But don't discount Atari just because it's super old, okay? Jace, if you have a friend, play one. Alright, now let me get this thing out of the way. Jesus. Woo! What a nightmare. Okay, so I wanted to touch on how we doing. Started what, about 10 minutes ago? Alright, 10 minutes ago. Okay, so I wanted to get one quick story in about the convention. We all came back from the panel. We were really excited, and we're lugging the 5200 back. And we get back to our booth, and for some reason, these two young gentlemen, were at the booth, and our cabin boy, Roman, was there watching the booth while the rest of us came back. And he said, hey guys, these two gentlemen would like your autographs. And they had like a poster. I don't know what the poster was, but they wanted our autographs. And I, for one, I mean, honestly, you know, I was a little embarrassed. So I kind of slid down the booth and started putting the 5200 back together. And everybody else, you know, Pat and Will and Bismuth were all lining up. Like, you know, and I don't blame them. I mean, that's exciting. How many times in your life do you get, you know, asked to do an autograph? You know, aside from when you get pulled over by the cops or something. So they were lining up, and I was, you know, whatever, doing my thing, and they finally said, you know, I think Pat said, hey, okay, Riz, come on up, man, it's your turn. So I walk over there, and standing, you know, in front of me is the picture, and everyone's autographs, the poster, and then a pen, and they give, the two gentlemen hand me the pen, and right as I'm going down to autograph, that's when the two gentlemen pull their phones up, as if they'd like a photograph. And I was not watching the process here of the autograph scenario. I was busy with the 5200, kind of falling into the shadows. So when they put the phones up, I assumed, oh, okay, well, apparently, you know, Pat and Bismuth and Will had done their autograph, and once they made the signature, the gentleman had taken a picture of them. So I was done like this, and, you know, if a camera shows up, I need to be in the... I feel like I should be in the moment for the audience. So I cheesed the camera. We had the Jolly Roger with us. And so I, you know, I did something like this. You know, getting ready for the camera. You know, something like, you know, just pose, whatever. Embarrassing, but, you know, you want to be good for people. So, you know, I did it. And while I'm posing, I hear behind me, you know, it's a very tight booth, maybe 10 by 10. So the guys are already behind me. And I'm standing here like this and cheesing, you know, and I hear behind me, you know, Raz. And you know, obviously I can hear them, but again, I'm in the moment. You don't want to blow somebody's picture just to turn around. So you let the guy snap a picture and then, you know, whatever. So as soon as he's done, the gentleman snaps his picture. And as soon as that happens, I turn around to address the rest of the Y&L fleet. And I see, to my horror, that all four of them are sitting there, you know, arm in arm, like a bunch of buddies, waiting for the photo this guy was going to take. So apparently, no one had gotten their picture taken. I'm the only moron that thought, oh, they need a picture of me. I better cheese the camera. So I turn around, I'm shocked, I turn pale white, I'm apologizing profusely, and then I turn back around toward the two gentlemen, and I'm like, okay, can we get another with the five of them? And these guys were already done. I don't blame them, they've been at the con, they've been sitting at this booth getting 4 signatures. You know, there was already a difficulty with the picture. They probably thought I was eventually going to move back and didn't, just got fed up and took the picture. And so they walk, and so now I'm sitting here with the rest of the Y&L fleet, all on my own, being the guy who upstaged, you know, my comrades in arms. Mortifying. Absolutely mortifying. I mean, I did not in any way want to be in that position. That was not the intent. And yet, you know, there I am. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Patty the Swallow. I'm sorry, Admiral Will. Sorry, First Mate Bismuth, and especially our cabin mate, our cabin boy Roman. Sorry for that. Maybe next time, all right? Okay, so we've got some interesting stuff coming up on the show. We're going to be playing Rising Zan, the Samurai Gunman, for the PlayStation 1. We've also got a weird booty segment here. You know, don't worry, the chest is here, but there's not much in it because honestly, what we're going to be looking at today really doesn't fit in the chest. Okay, we got a couple goodies in here, nothing to write home about. With the convention going on, we decided to pull the Galleon up on the beach. You have to do this every 6 months or so. In order to scrape all the barnacles that have collected on the underside of the deck. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't mind a barnacle here and there, but if we're creating drag on the ship, it's important to do. So as a result, I have not really been able to sail the islands and track down crazy stuff. But I did get lucky along the way while we've been here in port. Nothing crazy, but still worth checking out. And and as for that, we do have a mailbag. I got the mailbag here. Got a question, so we'll get into that. Okay, so let's get started. I always like to take a look at the time. I think we started about 3:05, the big one here. So what are we, about 15 in? That's right on schedule. Look at that. This is becoming an art form here. All right, we're getting it down. Okay, so let's play Rising Zan Samurai Gunman. You know, we're going to get right into the action here. Again, I don't like to go into story normally, but I'll tell you, it was a hard decision not to. Because this story is so ridiculous, it actually has its own accompanying 70s hour-long action narrative style theme to it. I'm not going to play it on the show. Honestly, I may be doing a disservice to the game because it's probably the most memorable thing about it. I would urge you to maybe look it up, the theme song for Rising Zan. But we're here for action. We're here for fun. We're here to bust some heads and slice apart some crazies. So let's get started with that. Again, this is Rising Zan for the Samurai Gunman for the PlayStation 1. It was made by Agetec. Let's take a look at when this was made. 98. And while we won't get too much into the box art here, it is pretty cool that it's shiny like that. It's pretty neat. And just to give you an idea of the tongue-in-cheekness of this game, let's take a look at the tagline at the top here. Wanted! One super ultra sexy hero. Look no further, baby. Look no further. Alright, let's get this party started. Rising Zan, the Samurai Gunman. Alright, I pause it here because, again, it's right out of the box. You get in this game, and they're all over you, okay? Now, we played some wacky games here on the Galleon, but I gotta tell you, this guy, not only does it break the goofy meter, but it breaks the control meter because it's a real masher. It's a crazy masher. This was in a time where, I believe this is... Well, this is around a time of Ocarina time where they really got, you know, zooming in on characters correct, but you see how choppy this is. It's not all the way there. And, you know, why are we fighting straw guys? I mean, talk about, you know, Japanese influence here. I don't know what the significance of straw men are in Japanese culture, but it seems prominent. I've seen this in a couple games in my day. It's really weird. Again, we take a look at Zan here, and what do we got? We got a katana in one hand, okay? And we got a gun in the other. Is that not incredible? Eat your heart out, John Marston. What's going on here? Cutscene. Give him hell! Oh, they're blocking. Now you gotta get down and dirty, baby. Yeah, try and block that. Try and block 4 feet of steel, huh? Yeah, baby. Finish him off with the gun. We got more here. Important to mix it up. Because they will, Now, I know there's some sort of, You're seeing the hero meter there. That's when I go full-on Zan mode. You know, it's typical stuff. L1 quickly. Okay. Alright. Oh, right. They're teaching me how to shoot, I guess. I know how to shoot! I'm a samurai gunman! You know, Zan, they give us no credit around here. You know what I'm saying? And a cool jump kick here. Alright, what's going on up there? Did my eyes deceive me, or is this a gentleman tied to a totem pole in his underwear? Makes perfect sense. And we have a very angry duck. Quack, quack, quack. Such a crybaby. Okay. Alright. I'm no spring chicken. I know my way around this. Man enough? Maybe not, but certainly gamer enough. Bring it on, baby. Hey, that was a cheap shot. Yeah, I'm coming. I haven't forgotten you. These... Who is shooting me? Alright. Yeah, I'm going into hero mode. You're good, man. Get me through here. What, we got more of these coming out? I hope you had your Mountain Dew, because this is a lot to keep up with. Oh, the old fish shake, huh? Throwing the old fish shake out, huh? Sure, Red Ninja's attack. Come on, bring it. Yeah. What, are these guys going to be throwing hot charcoal at me? Little ninja. Oh, hey! These guys are using claws, and I always found that to be a weird, look at the camera angle for this. A really weird weapon choice. I mean, here's the thing. Sure, they would work great, but I mean, these guys have 2 of these on. You're not exactly giving yourself a lot of flexibility if you have, like, you know, foot-long steel on your... Man, this camera's killing me. I swear I'm trying to auto-lock these guys. There we go. Oh. I mean, imagine you're fighting somebody and then all of a sudden you got to get in an elevator. Those claws are not going to help. You're stuck. You got to fight your way out of that one. All right, which one, guys? Let's go right. No rhyme or reason. For all I know, it goes to the same place. Hey, for all I know, we're going to end up in Super Mario 64. Here's hoping, right? No, not so lucky. All right. Okay. Now, it looks like I have some sort of mystical blue bar here. I don't know what that's for. This game, you know, and I'm not going in blind, just for the record. I'm not going in crazy good at it or anything. But I took a little time with this. There's a training mode, and I played it. But there are so many ridiculous little things that they've thrown in, coupled with just the general choppiness of the game, that you really don't know what you're getting yourself into. All right, where are we going up the stairs here? What do we got? Oh, a cheeseburger. Well, that makes perfect sense. They had cheeseburgers in the 19th century, right? Can I don't think I can crawl up this. No. Oh, yeah, right. Right. Well, there you go. So obviously we're in simulation. A lot of samurais used to use this to get around. The helicopter spin. Don't try that at home. Not only are you going to fall to your doom, but you'll probably cut your fingers off. How am I getting out of here? Okay, now here's an arrow. Maybe you should follow the arrow on the map, you dork. There we go. Nice pose. Okay, now what? Thoughts on the music? Not much. Oh, so I went to the wrong one. Alright. Oh, that's a drag, huh? Alright. Let's just try the middle. Frankly, I thought they would all go to the... Oh. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. So I don't have the best direction sense, okay? Can we get back to the action, please? Thank you. Shoot him! Oh boy, they don't fall for that. Yeah, you didn't see that coming. Turn around and shoot you, pal. He's gone. Usually I'm not into that bloody games, but I mean, come on. You got a guy in half and he just splurts like a geyser. How can he go over? Oh, sushi. See, this is a game of many cultures. Oh, I did a super move there. How did I do that? Oh, it's like, okay, so we're doing some directional pad goodness. Hey, you. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm getting it now. I'm getting it now, sweetheart. You were the one unlucky ninja to be around when I figured out my superpowers. What do you think about that? Yeah. See you later. See the door. What's this? What do we got going on here? Action-packed excitement. Oh, okay. Alright, this seems like an apparatus not worth the trouble. You know, maybe on paper this was a good idea. Ooh, kind of like the Atari Jaguar. Ah! I don't... Oh, yeah, shooting. See, you know? No! Oh! What do you think about that? What do you... better keep running! Oh, more like the Samurai Bloodman. Yeah, let's see a little more, shall we? Yeah, there you go. Good morning. And we're free. It's a beautiful thing. This guy's coming out of Mass. It's good to see he's devout. You know, we all need faith in our lives. You again. How did you find me? You need a spanking, kid. I've gotten that before. Usually not from ducks, but I've gotten that before. Okay, here we go. Into the church. This guy, you know, he's got no ethics here. You don't go fighting in the church, pal. You got a gift for me. Okay. Giant bomb. Did you get the sales receipt on this? Because I don't think this is my size. Yeah, we'll meet again. Some durable stained glass window there. All button event. What? Oh, up, down, left, right. O, X, L1. Oh, come on! There's no way! Alright, we're going in. Come here, pal. Your bomb did nothing. The bomb literally did nothing to me. Oh, it's boss time, baby. We're going to take this guy down, and then we'll come back for the booty segment. How's that sound to you? That sounds just swimming, Raz. If you can pull it off, you doof. Gondola power on! Oh, boy. Did you forget I had a gun? You know, maybe you should have armor-plated those windows, pal. He's too busy building barrels. He didn't even... Oh. No, come on. Really? Oh, God. This is so much fun. Just down and dirty, baby. No thought. Oh, he's out. Hey, watch your mouth. It's a kid show. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing, man? What am I, in a Rodgers and Hammerstein play? What the hell's going on here? Excuse my language. Sorry, heck. There we go. Come here. Come here, baby. Have a seat. You know, this is what happens, kids, when you play violent video games. You get a mouth like a sailor. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, there you go. We're almost there. I don't think this guy's standing a chance. He may want to see the booty segment, too, and he's just throwing it. Who knows? We got some chicks here behind the, I think we're trying to save them, and, you know, that's what this is all about. We want to be a hero, right? It's not like we want to be some silly duck with a club. I want to be a samurai gunman. Is there a trade school for that? I'll have to look into that. Watch it. Watch it. Come on. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Huzzah! Finish. Now watch this. I got this. Get it! 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 Ah! Go. What is... Go! 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 The ramming! The ramming! The ramming! Oh! I thought the Atari 5200 was hard! Come on, baby! Come on! Oh, it feels so good! Ah! Woo! Ultra sexy hero, baby! Ultra sexy hero. Weak? Are you kidding me? I gave myself like 3 stages of tetanus doing that. Weak. Whew. I got 44 sexy points. So, you know, I got that going for me. Alright, that was lovely. Let's head back. Let's head back to the booty segment. Thanks, Dan. That was some good, clean fun right there, huh? Well, I don't know about clean, but it was good. Alright, well, I don't know about good either. But it was fun. It was fun, and that's what we're here for. We'll come back to Rising Zan in a second. But let's, really with this? Let me see if I can find the mic. Hold on. It's got to be here somewhere, right? You always forget one thing. You always forget something. At least I didn't forget my head. Alright, no, whatever. So let's do the booty segment. Again, we've been in port. The ship has been in repairs for the week. So as a result, Captain Raz, you know, took it easy. And has not been out there too much fighting the swashbucklers and the smugglers for booty. Okay? But I got a little lucky. In fact, I was going to pull something out of the hole, I'll be honest with you. And I may have to do that one day. That's not to say it's not going to be interesting. I think, you know, there's a lot of stuff in the hold that for you out there who may not know too much about these weird old games would find interesting, or at least educational. And those who do, it may be a nice trip down memory lane. So that's not out of the realm of possibility. But today we did get lucky enough to maybe show a couple fun things. Let's take a look at how much time we have. We're about halfway through the show. We're right on time. So let's go into it and see what we got. Again, you're not going to hear much in here. Not much, right? I'm dropping the mic all over the place. It's like a $900 mic, all right? I should probably be careful with it. Okay. So I just happened to I was on my way back to the ship. I was kind of wandering around the old port town we're parked in. We're ported in at the moment, and I did find some little hole in the wall. Found some interesting stuff from the '90s. Not too much, but certainly one in particular was a pretty sweet deal. So let's take a look. You got the CD section. Usually I've kind of been getting back into CDs, and honestly I'm really into cassettes. Don't ask me why. I grew up with them. I'm not a big collector or anything, but it's neat to have a cassette player on you. But eventually you find some CDs, and this is an old collector trick. Always look into CDs at an old used store, because there's a chance that there's PlayStation 1 games in there that can still be played in your PlayStation 3, Dreamcast games, CD-based games that were actually in CD cases. That's how they get mixed in there. It's not like a PlayStation 2 game where it looks like a DVD. There's some CD games out there, so you keep your eye out. I'm not a PC guy generally, but I do know some PC players and some PC retro players, Patty the Swallow being off the top of my head. So if I see something interesting, I usually pick it up for him. And I found this guy. The Ultimate Doom, Windows 95. Now, who knows if he can play this thing? I certainly don't. But if I remember correctly, Ultimate Doom was Doom with a number of expansions, including maybe Doom 2, but don't quote me. It doesn't even say. So I get it up, I pay for it, and of course, I make the cardinal rule when you're buying anything in a CD, I don't check it. And we're going to be playing some Rita Rabbit 2. Rita Rabbit 2. Okay, great. Nice job, Riz. Okay. A couple of music CDs here, just for fun. Who knows if they're good, and if they're in here. Let me make sure. Yep, they're both good. So, again, child from the 90s. Love the 90s. So, if there's any cheap way that I can get a little reminder of that, I always go for it. Well, not always. I'm not into toys, but a CD, there's nothing to these, If I get rid of it, I get rid of it, whatever. But I'll have a couple laughs along the way. So, we have the Ren and Stimpy You Idiot album. You got the horse there. They're doing kind of an Abbey Road thing. Looking at the back here, yeah, this is just a bunch of the old songs from the show. I mean, Logs on here. Happy Happy Joy Joy. I mean, what licensed product for Ren and Stimpy doesn't have? This is a great show. Very ahead of its time in that it was okay to grow. It felt like it was all right to gross you out a little bit, and it also had this really interesting vintage veneer that harkens back to the '60s. Fans of Fallout may appreciate it only in that regard, that it really harkens back to that weird style that 40s and 50s technology and culture had. So this was cool. I'm actually looking forward to popping this in. We get the Galleon back up and running. I'm gonna blast this baby over the loudspeakers. I mean, who wouldn't want to listen to that, right? Again, this is another cool one. And again, the disc is in here. We got Space Ghost Musical Barbecue. This is a weird one, because this really got into when cartoons got to the point where they started getting like super postmodern. Space Ghost in the 60s or 70s, 60s was like, like a hard, like your typical hardcore superhero. I mean, for a Saturday morning cartoon, like, no jokes. He wasn't in for that. But then in the 90s, Cartoon Network remade the Space Ghost show, but they took this hardcore superhero and put him into a talk show. And so obviously this was it went this weird direction where it became a comedy. The talk show was great, and frankly, I bet the original show was great, but I haven't seen it. But this was big in the 90s. Lots of interesting guests would always show up on the show. YouTube it sometime. You may get a real kick out of it. And I'm really looking forward to checking out what's on the CD. I assume it's just songs, because I know they sang songs in the show. So, we'll see. And then finally, an actual video game. I don't know why this is here. And it was sitting there with, like, Ultimate Arena Combat? What's that hardcore mixed martial arts? Something like that. UFC. That's what it was. So whatever UFC stands for. But it was sitting there with a wrestling game for the Dreamcast, which I already had. But here we go. For the Dreamcast. Evil Dead, Hail to the King. Film fans may know of Evil Dead. It's a Sam Raimi film starring Bruce Campbell. It's really where Bruce Campbell got his start. There's no manual here, which is regrettable. But as a teenager, I was all about the Evil Dead 2 movies. I don't know how the games have held up, and frankly, when I heard they were coming out, I wasn't like, oh, thank God, finally. I didn't have a lot of faith. Who makes this? THQ? I mean, come on. You know, whatever. Not that exciting. But, pretty cool to find. So the 4 of these, I believe in the store, they're marked for $1 each. But for whatever reason, the lady was nice enough to give me all 4 for $1. So, that's pretty cool. A Dreamcast game that's not that easy to find. Not that crazy hard to find, but certainly easier than, say, you know, a sports game. You know, some really interesting, fun musical CDs. And, of course, Reader Rabbit 2. Great. Alright, so that was it that was in the box. I had a couple things here that couldn't fit, and I want to show those to you. How are we doing on time? What do we got? We started here. So we got about, you know, I don't know, 3 minutes. Let's get through it. Okay. So this one I picked up because it's a pretty cool deal. This is a TIE fighter in the box. You see that? And I won't bore you with the details, but it is sealed. And it's a model, okay? And you're like, oh great, a model. Like I want to spend all afternoon putting that together, like, you know, getting glue all over my hands. Well, it says right here it's snap tight, okay? And if you look on the back, it's saying here there's no painting required, no gluing required. You can just snap it all together. And there's really not that many pieces. There's even a pilot. That's pretty awesome. And this was $2. I probably will not keep this. I'm probably going to give this to First Mate Bismuth. He's into models and certainly like animation stuff. And, you know, everyone's into Star Wars since Battlefront 3 is coming out these days. Again, dating this situation. Sorry, Zan. I'm looking over at the video game model side, or the video game monitor, and it looks like Zan died. We're in game over. Hopefully that's not going to affect us too much. I guess we'll see. But anyway, if we have to play through the straw people again, we'll do it. So anyway, one more thing. This I was pretty excited about. I don't know about you, but I'm into board games. I don't get to play them a lot. They're usually a big time investment to get people together and get it all together and learn the game. There's only a certain amount of board games that I do have that I feel like I could sit people down quickly and get going. But I gotta tell you, there's something about board games that if it's something that catches my eye, I have to grab it. So check this guy out. Look at that. This is called Silades? Silades? Probably Silades. I don't know. But you have, you know, not a Minotaur, a Cyclops, thank you. A Cyclops dropping a boulder onto a bunch of Roman hoplites. You know, this looks really cool. And if you didn't like the front version of it, you can see the whole fight going on in the back. I don't know if you see that white guy among all those action figures there, but I'm pretty sure that's the Cyclops doing the exact same motion. So this thing looks like it's in good shape. I don't know who made it. I'm not that worried about it, but as you can see, everything looks like it's in really nice shape. All these little pieces that you have to pull apart. I'm not so hot on this, you know, but I'm really excited to... Geez, look at this. Are these two different boards here? Got a board here. Board here. I don't even know how these come together. I mean, who knows? Again, these board games, this is always a slippery slope because it's like, they're so cool, and if you find them for a good price, it's really hard to let it go. But man, who's gonna come over on a Friday night and help me punch these out? You know? I'm not worried about all this stuff. This thing looks pristine, absolutely new. Really cool inside box. Let's take a look at this. This is the inner box. Look at that! Look at that design there. That's pretty quality. I mean, that's real quality that they did stuff with the inside as well. And it looks like this may come out. No, I don't think so. All right, but I definitely want to check out some of these figures, especially these white ones. I think the white ones are the monsters. Let's take a look, huh? I mean, who can go wrong with these little miniatures? I think we have a Kraken here. There's a Kraken on the ship. There's a Kraken. Sorry. Look at him, huh? Oh, he's cool. That's way cool. Oh, I like him a lot. He's got a... Oh, no! Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that? Can you see? I know it's not perfect, but if you look closely, right in the middle, he's got his big maw open, and he's about to ingest an entire ship. Wow. That is worth the price of admission right there. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's check out a couple more. You got a Medusa here. It's pretty awesome. And, is that a centaur? A centaur? Oh, no! I dropped it everywhere! I think that means we're wrapping the booty segment, huh? Oh, no. Yeah, I'll have to get back to that later. Hey, if it makes you feel any better, if you want to punch all that stuff out, just drop it on the floor. Now it's everywhere. Okay, great. Good job, Raz. You're an idiot. Let's get back to Samurai Gunman. Rising Zan, Samurai Gunman. You know, you got to ask yourself, where would you go? Would you use the sword? Would you use the katana? Or would you lose a little bit of both? I mean, obviously, you're kind of forced to use both in this. But where do you stand on that? You like to have a sword by your side or a gun? Think about that before you go to bed. Alright, here we go. Rising Zan, Samurai Gunman. And we're back. And again, we're back and we're in game over mode. Which I probably should have worked on as we were looking at... as we were looking at the booty. I don't think the loading's too bad. And, you know, hey, we got a little exposition here, right? Second impact, wild in the street. Alright. So good, we didn't have to go far. Looks like we got a story here. I'm not going to bore you with this, but if you can see, the chick with the daggers is telling the... Right, they bombed the clock tower. And the chick is telling this coffin-looking thing to go and detonate the bomb. So this is a detonator. And it's our job to stop the detonator before it reaches. And honestly, I don't know if I'm going to handle it. Let's get crazy, baby. Let's get crazy. Hey, where are you going? Hey, come back here. Rising Zan, Samurai Gunman. Hey, that's dirty pool. Okay, we got some new weirdo. Oh, come on. Get crazy with it. Kill them all. Are you serious? How is my special? That would have never happened in Ocarina. Oh, there's a barrier here. Can I shoot him? That's it. I have to shoot him. Oh, yeah. Can you imagine? This was never the gold standard, but this is how most 3D platformers were back in the day with how to I don't want to touch that. That's a big guy. Oh, dang it. Alright. I know these guys are jerks. And oh, come on, there's two of them? Ah, they burned each other. Did you see that? Oh, come on. I got this. Don't worry, guys. as long as they don't gang up on... You know, it's a real problem that they're right next to each other like that. Oh, jeez. I mean, you're using all 8 buttons here. There we go. Okay, let's go. Come on, go, 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 go! Go, go! Where'd he go? Where's he at? Oh my god, another one. Jeez. I only got 30 seconds to do this. Toasty! There he is. No! Oh, there's... I'm going to hero mode. It's probably early, but I'm so low on health, I have to go for it. Come here! This isn't going to happen. No, come here! No, 2 seconds! No! Come on! Oh, stop telling me to smash it! Oh, what a drag. Can we go one more? Can we go one more, please? Give me one more, okay? Ah! What a drag! I thought I had him. Second impact. Wild in the Streets. Honestly, I didn't think I had him. This is really tough. Like the flying guys and stuff are really hard. But that doesn't mean it's not impossible. It's certainly... That's one thing. Some people say this is impossible. In my opinion, any game that was ever released, you know, it's never impossible. It's all... Are you willing to commit to that? Are you willing to commit to dealing with walking detonators and fire-breathing, you know, eunuchs for as long as it's going to take to finish something like this? It's never impossible. Alright, this guy I got... Oh. I love that camera angle, baby. Come on. You know, you may be wondering... Oh, look at that. Come on. Lock onto him. Oh. The lock-on's terrible. There we go. Yeah, I have to kill these guys because there's a barrier here. And I get that hero mode going. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Of course, there's one right when I show up. I mean, here's the thing. Maybe I should be cutting him up, you know? I don't know. I've got 45 seconds. That's a pretty good start. I'm going to go hero mode here. Was that hero mode? Go into hero mode. I don't even know what button hero mode is. Oh, jeez. This ain't good. Not good. But I think we may have him. Why can't I go into hero mode? There we go. Woo! Got him! Oh. Yeah! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Come on, come on! If you guys could see me now, I'm telling you. Oh. Yeah. Many sexies! Many sexies! Many, many, many sexies! Oh. Woo, boy! Hey, who needs the gym, right? Alright, I may need the gym. Weak! What a surprise. Whew. Thanks, Dan. Oh, by the way, you may be wondering why today's episode's called Zipang. Let's get out of this. That was fun. You may be wondering, and let me tell you why. The reason it's called Zipang is Johnny here, otherwise known as Rising Zan, was trained by his dead father's best friend. It looks kind of like a monkey, to be honest. A little more box art here, but there's Zan. There's our hero. There's his chicks, the obligatory Asian chick and the obligatory cowboy chick hanging with him. His sensei's from Zipang. And I really couldn't figure out where Johnny's quest takes place. They say it's somewhere in Pioneering America. So we're just going to say Zipang. That's where we were this week. Okay, so without further ado, we're wrapping up the show here, but we have time for the mailbag. Let me pull it out. Now, there was a bit of a mail snag this week. Again, we're not on the ship. The ship is out of order, and because of that, there wasn't a lot of mail service to the ship. We usually get it transported via hot air balloon and dropped onto the deck every week, but we're not on the trade routes, so all those questions that you fine crewmen and crewwomen have sent in have not reached us. So as a result, I asked the old Y&L fleet to throw some questions together for me, and that's what we have today. Got the mailbag. What do we have in here? We got a Yoshi Amiibo, Mario Party Tennis for the Virtual Boy, deck of cards, and we have our letter. Okay, this one, as soon as I can get it out of here. Okay. This one comes from Cabin Boy Roman, and he lives in Culver, Indiana. Let's see what he has to say. So, dear Cap and Raz and the Gaming Galleon, I know a lot of people who rage quit. And for those of you who don't know what rage quitting is, that's when you play a video game, normally a game where you're playing against other people. Now, it doesn't have to be, but it's a game that you play and are failing at so many times. Like, say we couldn't kill the detonator in Rising Zan after like 8 tries. That would get a little frustrating. It gets even more frustrating if you're, say, playing with other people. And so the phenomenon of rage quitting is when you get so angry that you turn the game off right there and then and walk away. So I think Roman is asking if I, Cap, and Raz have ever rage quit, and if any of them come to mind. Well, the answer is not really, Roman. That's not to say it hasn't happened, but it's been some time. For the most part, I can usually play through the match, and mainly the reason for that is because I'm playing with others, and to leave them hanging just to satisfy my own, anger is usually not the way I like to play it out. Now, that's not to say I'm not a smack talker. That's not to say I can't, get mad and get angry and scream at my other teammates about it as they scream at me. But for the most part, I usually hang in there. However, there was one time that sticks in my head where I came really, really close. And while I didn't rage quit, it was probably one of the most humiliating experiences I've ever had in an online game. And I may as well just share that with you. This was during the Star Wars Battlefront era on PlayStation 2. This was really in the Wild West, the infancy of online gaming via the console. It was so much, in fact, that the only way to communicate with others was via the headset. Okay? So the only time you could ever speak to other people through this game, now we have messaging. You can send someone a message during the match or in between matches or whatnot. There was no text-based communique back then. So, as a result, a lot of people who were fans of Star Wars Battlefront, and other fighter shooters of that, multiplayer games of that time, would go to the internet, and they would use message boards to create communications, discuss the game, maybe line up tournaments, recruit for their clan, their gaming group. Of which I was a part of at this time, during the time of the story. And that was where people would go to talk when they couldn't be on the game, pretty much, you know. That's where all us slackers would go at work when we couldn't play Star Wars Battlefront. So I remember being very passionate about the game. Very passionate. So much so that I almost got into the role. I got into the role of being the good guy, the nice guy, the guy who plays fair. And I really tried to push that agenda because in this time, and for the most part now, these days, there's always someone out there who would rather try and be a bad sport or ruin somebody's day and get a laugh out of it. Back then, and probably today, we don't see it as much today, especially not in the console era. But back then, there weren't a lot of regulations. There weren't a lot of updates, you know, ways to change a game to make it more fair or balanced. But back then, there was a real kind of subgroup of players called TKers. And what a TKer is a team killer. So if you go into a game, you're randomly set up with a number of other people, maybe like 8 other players against 8 other opponents. And back then, you weren't sure if the people on your team were really loyal to winning the game. What I mean by that is there were ways to kill your teammates, and if you're a player like me, you were very conscious of that and didn't want to do it. If you're someone like a team killer, that's your entire agenda. So obviously that caused a lot of grief, and someone like me who, you know, tries to make it a fair game, it really got a hold of me. This was also my first real experience into the online world, so I wasn't really sure how to deal with trolls or you know, with people who were there to make you mad or annoy you. So I started on the message boards this plan of action where we were going to take back the servers. That was there was going to be me and players that I found, you know, clean players. I invited anybody who liked to play a good clean game, people who I knew, to take over one of the public servers and play the game clean, and any team killers that showed up, we would instantly target and take down. And that was the plan, okay? That was the plan. I wanted to be a hero, and this is my plan. So the game rolled around. I believe it was like 7 o'clock at night or something. We were going to play for an hour, 2 hours, keep the server clean. And this being on a message board on the internet, anyone could see it and get a hold of it. And there were even some team killers who were so bold as to say, we'll be there. I said, oh, no problem. We got them. We got this, guys. We'll work together. It's no problem. Well, here's the thing. We started in the match, and it was me and some other friends, and we were good. And as soon as the allotted time started, which I believe was 7 p.m., about 3 or 4 or 5 other pilot Razes, which was my name in this game, showed up in the server. So you had me, the master of ceremonies to this whole, you know, crusade against the team killers on my team. And then you had 4 other pilot Razes constantly downing, you know, the few people who were foolish enough to follow me. There was nothing we could do. There was nothing we could do. We had no idea who was who. They started coming in with the names of the other people, and they weren't really that bad at the game, you know, so it wasn't like we were awesome. I've certainly never been very awesome at shooters. I don't know why I thought I could get it in my head that I could pull this off. Maybe I felt like, you know, the community just needed a spearhead, and I was going to be that head. Yeah, they snapped me off that spear real quick. So that was pretty humiliating. That's just how it goes. You learn when you sail these waters. Sometimes you need to learn, you know, when to not let your head get too big. You need to learn that it's just a game, and to have fun. And if you find someone who's not having fun the way you like to have fun, well, maybe you just need to kind of move on, not sweat it, because there's always another adventure on the horizon that you can take part of. So thank you, Roman. Thank you for the question. If you have a question for the Gaming Galleon, You can email it to gmail.com, gamingalien@gmail.com. You can tweet it to @yesterdaynightl, or you can leave it as a comment or message to any of us here at the Yesterday Night Fleet, and I'm sure they will get it to me. So thank you very much for sailing with me. Thank you, Rising Zan. I think we all had a real laugh at this game, and I think we got a little sexier as a result. So until next time, farewell and adieu to ye Spanish ladies. There's water in here this time. Farewell and adieu, ye ladies of Spain, for we received orders for the samurai gunmen. And lo, nevermore shall we see ye again. Oh, God. I needed that, I'll tell you. It is like one big swampy butt in here. Keep your powder dry, mateys.